Hello, Satnam. It's me, Shakti Sundari, and I'm back with you today just to read a little bit more from the amazing book by Daniel Odier called Desire. Such an amazing book. I could read the whole thing to you, but I'm just picking out bits by bits. So the little bit I'm going to read today is from chapter 5. The chapter's entitled, We Are What We Seek. Just going to read the very first part from that chapter. Excuse me. Okay. Kashmiri thought, so this is his reference to Kashmiri Shaivism, a tantric pathway, is articulated in a series of simple affirmations. You are Shiva Shakti. Shiva being the masculine principle, Shakti being the feminine principle. Shiva Shakti is the self. The universe is the play of your conscience. From this it flows naturally that there is no stain, no purification, no divinity outside the self, no practice, no ritual, and nothing separate from ourselves to attain. Consciousness is totality. Totality is consciousness. The whole quest becomes oriented towards the interior in order to allow the emergence of the unfragmented, perfect, and unalterable consciousness which is recognized in each one of us. Suddenly, there is no longer intercessor, distance, or separation. It thus becomes a matter of freeing consciousness from the opacities that lead us to believe we are separate, solitary, unworthy entities. Even if we are not obsessed by the divine, I happen to be, but I know not everyone is, which ultimately is but an image of our absolute self, we find through this quest that the unity we long for is already present within us. What follows is a total easing of the body and mind, a harmony, a profound joy that every human being dreams of experiencing. Because everyone knows that happiness is not dependent upon the accumulation of powers or possessions. You are what you seek, the Tantric masters say. Yay, you are what you seek. The Tantric masters say, that is it, that is it. So many lines of like pure truth in this. So that's one of them. You are what you seek. You are what you seek. Whatever you're looking for, you are it. Whatever you are looking for, it's not outside you, it's inside you. If you're not finding it outside you, then it's up to you to create it inside you. I've spent years questing for God and questing for the beloved. When I started out on that quest, for me, those were very exterior things, you know, and as I've progressed on my own journey and all the experiences that I've been through, it's like the realization has been coming closer and closer in to the point where it's like I know that the beloved's here and the divine is here, not out there. And yet when I'm really in contact with this knowing, then what I'm interacting with and seeing is a reflection of that. So in Kundalini Yoga, we have a saying, if you can't see God in all, you can't see God at all. And what I love about this is it's not up its own arse, hallelujah, superior, almighty, religiosity, spiritual superiority. It's very grounded in the absolute real and every aspect of the real, light and dark of life. And that's kind of the other turning itself on its head realization, which is that everything is divine. And so we have this notion that the divine is the light and that the divine is the pure and that the divine is the perfect. Well, actually, The opposite of that is also the divine. What's the other wonderful quote in here? There are so many. The unity we long for is already present within. You could just meditate on that. The unity we long for is already present within. And you know this, and I know this, and still we go looking for it outside. And until we find it inside, we won't find it outside. We all know that. But what a beautiful reminder. The unity we long for is already present within. Here's another one. It thus becomes a matter of freeing consciousness from the opacities that lead us to believe we are separate, solitary, unworthy entities. Who hasn't had that belief at some point in their life? Yeah, I don't think anyone can put their hand up. I still go there. I reckon we all still go there. If you don't go there at some point, then you're self-realized master and you're probably already in heaven. You're not even on this dimension anymore if you don't have those thoughts sometimes. Freeing consciousness from the opacity. So that word opacity is something that I guess in a way blinds us to the truth. So something like casts a veil over our eyes. We talk about the veil of illusion of Maya, you know, and it's kind of like that veil of illusion is lifted, and almost like, you know, like having cataracts on your eyes or something, and then suddenly those are removed and you can see clearly, and you realize, how could I ever have thought that I am separate? How could I ever have thought that I am unworthy? I am the divine. We all are. Okay, and then the final one, is it the final one? Consciousness is totality. Totality is consciousness. That, again, you could just meditate on that for a lifetime. In essence, it's saying every single thing that you are and experience is consciousness. There's no above, there's no below. There's no right and there's no wrong, ultimately. There's no superior, there's no inferior. Everything is consciousness. So it does away with any kind of hierarchy, and it does away, as he also says, with the need for any kind of intercessor. So we don't need someone to translate the Bible for us. We don't need someone to tell us what God's trying to tell us. There's just some power play by some old-fashioned patriarchal belief system and dogma, which is more to do with fear than love. We have the you know, we can have direct access to the divine because we are the divine. We just need to listen. Simple. We just need to listen and be, and allow life to flow through us. Coming right back to the start, you are Shiva Shakti. You are the divine feminine and masculine embodied in one. Shiva Shakti is the self. Shiva Shakti is the self, capital S, is the divine. The universe is the play of your conscience. 3 more lines to meditate on. I've given you so much today. Well, I haven't. Daniel Odier has, but it's too good to keep to myself. I have to share it. I have to share it. It's just beautiful to find truth and wisdom. So I hope that's given you something wonderful to reflect upon for today. Love to read your comments and questions. I can't actually see them while I'm talking because I do it on this thing called Lightstream, and when I'm on Lightstream I can't see what people are posting, but I want to go and have a look now. So thank you so much for watching and being with me, and much love, and Sat Nam.